Fawad Khan is like a eager bahu in Bollywood, but like a sarawa damad in Pakistan. Hania Amir, so beloved. So people are questioning, is she trying too hard to push into India? I hope
so sorry.
all Pakistani girls are okay.
I hope
because
you're all
you
fine.
might not be if you've heard the new news. Hasan Raheem might be married. Might be. Hi guys, we're back.
Did you miss us?
Because we missed you.
So we're back at Tea Party for season 2. This is so fun. I'm so glad to be back.
So excited to get back into all the tea and all the coffee.
That has yet to be spilled.
Let's go.
Yep. Like, follow, share, subscribe. City FM 89
all
on
our social medias, TikTok, Instagram,
YouTube, and Facebook.
There you go.
How much did you miss it? Be honest.
So much. Because so much has happened.
Literally.
There's constantly so much tea. And every time I would see something, I'm like, I want to film a podcast about this.
Literally. So many times I've seen posts and I've sent them to Mashara and I'd be like, this would be so great for the podcast, but we're not doing it anymore.
And we have so many fun things lined up for today also.
So many fun things. Yep.
Okay, we're going to open with everyone's favorite, the heartthrob, Fawad Khan, who is coming back on May 9th with Aamir Gulal, his Bollywood comeback. Aamir Gulal is like this love story. I don't know if you've seen, there's a teaser trailer out. It looks super cute. Vani Kapoor is in it with him. Have you seen the trailer?
I have seen the trailer. And can I be honest?
Yeah.
Okay, I like the trailer. I like the one dialogue that he does in the car. Where he's just looking into her eyes and he's he's so dreamy,
and he's
honestly.
so dreamy.
He's so dreamy.
Yes.
So cute. But he's doing that and I like that. But when the song came out, because there was a song that came out, I was like, what a miss.
Oh, you're talking about Khudaya Ishq.
Yes. It was so forgettable. I don't even remember the name.
No, it's called, there's another one out. It's called Angrezi. Yes, with a J.
No.
Not Angrezi. Angrezi, Rang Sariya.
Not the desification of...
So that one's like a fun dance. You could perform to it on a mendi or something. It's fun.
Okay.
It's fun.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to his comeback.
But I'm really intrigued to read all the responses that it's getting because it's in India there's 2 sections, right? So one is very supportive of Fawad Khan and I think that's the majority.
Yeah.
They love him. They love to see him back and they're really excited for the movie to come out also. But there's a whole section which is just saying that Pakistan should have more self-respect than that and Fawad Khan should have more self-respect than that.
The thing is, so I know what you're talking about, and this is where things get a little political. Is there's a lot of right-wing parties who are not super in favor of Fawad, or any Pakistani actor for that matter, performing in India, right? So they face some political oppositions with political leaders saying, we're not gonna let the movie be released in our state.
What do you think about that? Do you think that the cost is okay, it's fine if you have that opposition, you should do the work anyway, or do you think otherwise?
I think you should do the work anyway. I think art transcends all borders, and I think such a big chunk of your population wants to see him, right? People love Pakistani dramas, people love Pakistani entertainment.
That's true.
If the viewers want to watch it, let them watch it. And it's not it's like with Pakistani citizens, it's also a little difficult to get a visa for India, but it's not shot in India. It's filmed in London and Dubai. So
that's where the promotion's also happening in Dubai.
Exactly. So I see no harm in it.
I agree, but I feel like when the stakes are so high, the very least you can do is then opt for scripts that are incredibly compelling and will garner the audiences that way.
Okay.
And I feel like this movie so far it's not doing it for me because even when I saw them together, I feel like there's not much chemistry, which I did see in Khoobsurat with Sonam Kapoor, even with Alia in Kapoor and Sons. I saw that. But in this movie, for some reason, maybe it's the lead heroine thing. I don't know her from before.
Same. I don't know her either.
So something was lacking. I was like, okay, this isn't doing it for me. His performance in isolation is something I can appreciate and really look forward to, but I'm not sure about the movie in itself, and I hope it's a good watch.
No, I think I disagree with you there. I think I'm really looking forward to it just because rom-coms, especially in Bollywood, haven't been done a lot recently. It's so action heavy these days, and it's also very nationalistic, a lot of the movies, right? So I feel like this is a refreshing change of pace. Even for Fawad, who is just coming hot off of Barzakh, which was so intense and so serious, right? And apparently he's
had its own set of controversies.
Yeah, exactly. And he's currently, I think, working on another like dark movie or show. I'm not sure, but where he's like a cop or something.
Yeah, he is.
So this is like a good break for him, I feel, and why not? Like, you know,
right? No, I love that. I love the idea of him doing a rom-com because he's literally, that's his brand. But also, I just hope it's good.
Yeah,
I hope it's of quality. I hope it you know, like with each film, I would expect an actor to do better and get better. And I feel like Khoobsurat set like a high benchmark for me personally. I love the movie. So I just hope it tops that. If not, that is at least like at par with it.
Okay, but speaking of bringing you back to controversies in India, Pakistan, I also read this hilarious comment, by the way, because Fawad Khan's been promoting his movie so much, and I don't know if you saw the Dubai promotions where he's spinning Wani across like the floor, whatever, very nice. When someone was like, Fawad Khan is like a eager bahu in Bollywood, but like a sarawa damad in Pakistan. Which was just so funny to me.
Oh my gosh.
And I get that, but a little unfair because again...
That is unfair.
Because again, he did so much local press for Barzakh, right? But in that same vein, another person who's kind of been coming under the fire recently, Hania Amir, you know, so beloved across India and Pakistan and like even like further, like the diaspora, right? In the West also. Everyone's obsessed with her, rightfully so. She's so cute, she's so fun.
Yeah.
So people are questioning, is she trying too hard to push into India? And all of this started with Nadia Khan. Do you know Nadia Khan?
I know. I've seen the comment because it got very viral.
So she said she should stop trying to do this excessive PR and that she's like trying too hard. Just that, you know, she's been posting on social media with like wearing Indian designers, like Ither, I think the brand is called, and all of these things.
So to that, I'd like to say, I mean, first of all, the show that happens, it's Nadia Khan and a couple of other veteran actors, honestly. They've been in the industry
Marina
for so
Khan's
long. Even Atika Udho, who's really famous. So they're all there and they're just passing a lot of judgment and criticism, which I feel like is also unsolicited. To all these young generation actors.
For sure.
With like really unfounded grounds, right? Like my thing is, okay, even if she's looking for PR in India, let's say she is. Let's say that. And what about it? My thing is, what about it?
No, and I feel like it's unfair criticism because what's her name? Aiza Khan, who's also like one of the biggest names in the Pakistani industry. She did like a whole what do you call it? Like a PR thing with Abhinav Mishra, who's an Indian designer. And then you have Mavra Hussain, who's done I always want to say Mavra Hokkain, by the way, because that's how she spells it. But Mavra Hussain, who just did a music video with Akhil Sachdeva, right? For Tu Chand Hai. And then you have Seher Khan and Kafi Khalil, who collaborated on a song with Tulsi Kumar, another Indian singer. So cross-border collaboration is increasing. So Hania working on a movie with Diljit or Hania wearing Indian designers or whatever, it shouldn't be so intensely critiqued, right? Or like saying that she's trying too hard. So is everyone else. It's a huge market. Why wouldn't you want to break into that as an artist?
For me, it's also about the fact that there are a lot of veteran actors themselves who've done this, like Javed Sheikh. So people like her age. The cross-border collaboration did not start with them. It's been continued by them, right? So, and the thing is, you won't even really see them do it with the men. Like there are a lot of men who've like recently, one of the leading actors, I'm forgetting his name, but he said he wants to work with Alia Bhatt and it's okay to have these aspirations, honestly. These are great actors, great inspirations, and as you said before, art without boundaries, right? Like that's what you want to promote 100%. At the end of the day. But if you're critiquing, and also like look at the power dynamics, right? Like the actors who have said this, they are, you know, there with the experience and they have a lot more power that way. And these like new generation artists, of course Hania is like blown up and stuff, but like she's still young and she needs that encouragement. 100%. She doesn't need to be told to like, you know, and it's so unnecessary, it's so avoidable. You didn't have to say this at all. Like it's 100%. Not a critique on her acting skill, on her behavior as a person. It's literally
you're just attacking her for doing her job, essentially.
And I feel like a little bit comes from having some sort of insecurity yourself.
No, definitely. Like you're mildly jealous of that beautiful woman who's accomplishing so much. Like, defo. I agree with you there. Let me take you to our next topic.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hania Amir, you know, she is super hot because she has also just done Kabhi Main Kabhi Tum.
Yeah.
Which everyone loved. Again, people in India also loved that show. I don't know if you saw like reels about it and everything. Everyone loves that show. So
we spoke about it at length in our last season,
and if you haven't watched it, you should. But yeah, so Hania Amir's co-stars have recently spoken about their experiences on Kabhi Main Kabhi Tum. So this is Imad Irfani, who plays Adil, the man Hania Amir's character is initially supposed to marry, and Naima Butt, who plays Rubab, like the antagonist of the show.
Yeah.
It all started when Naima Butt was at like a local TV show or whatever, and she really exposed things, so to say. Or I guess shared her experience.
I've seen the clip,
yeah, you've seen the clip. But yeah, she's like, you know, initially I felt like we're all besties and we're such good friends, but she felt that it was all for show and that
and
behind
off the
closed
camera.
doors, off camera, she's like, my co-stars, the leads, didn't want to like share the stage with me, you know, they changed whatever, and like everything people in this industry do is like surface level and like for social media and for audiences to like them. So she basically went ahead and said, well, these people are fake. I did not have a good time. And bear in mind that the cast was like super like bestie when the show was happening. They were posting pictures together, they were hanging out, whatever.
So this happened, and then at the same time, Imad Irfani, who was playing her character Rubab's husband in the show, Adil, he has also gone out to say that something completely opposite. He said that this was like a family and he felt so respected, and he has the utmost respect for Fahad Mustafa and Hania Amir, who were the lead actors in the show. And he had a great time. And then when he was asked to comment on what his counterpart Naima Butt said, he said he refused to comment on that, and he said that this is my experience.
He was very elegant about it. He was like,
very graceful.
This was the highlight of my career. He's like, if I was given this opportunity again, I'd grab it with both hands. And you know, he said that was Naima's experience, but he had a great time, which is really interesting. Like,
it is. Acha, I feel like with these kind of, so when you're new and you're trying to make it, and you get the attention, like your character is able to garner all the attention. Even Hania Amir, by the way, she said her favorite character in the show was Rubab's. So that's kind of big of her. And also, when you have that, going back to my point, I think you just feel like when it doesn't continue, like post the drama is done, post the shoot and everything, when you feel like, oh, it doesn't like continue like the whole like what you got used to, I guess that's just a bit disheartening, and you feel it a little small because Hania's star power kind of exceeds that drama, right? Like that's not what made her. For Rubab, this is what made her Naima Butt. So I feel like I get it. Like, you know, when you're new, you can feel a bit like, oh, like this isn't gonna last
it's
forever.
also not Hania Amir's job to like
100%
be your bestie, you know, especially once the show's over. Like when you're shooting something and you're shooting it like at length, like without a break, you, of course, you'll get close to that person because you see them day in, day out for like hours and hours, like the entire day practically. And when like you move on to other projects, you might get a little busy and might not keep in touch or whatever.
So that was my second part of the argument, that while I get that why she would be disheartened, it just makes full sense that what happened the way it did. Because of course, like these people don't have the time to like validate how the way she feels or like just always cater to that. Maybe she like they don't even know, maybe like, you know, maybe this is something she's admitted on camera only and not something she's addressed with them personally, which I feel like Hania could have done something about because she seems really friendly. So, you know, just what do you say? Dirty laundry in public?
Air your dirty laundry in public.
Should not have happened. It could have been dealt with
a little bit more gracefully. Yeah, for
100%.
sure. But however, you know, the allegation that they weren't willing to share the stage with Naima, I get that, especially because like Fahad and Hania are such big names. You can at least allow like others who've been on the show with you to get like a little bit of the same, if not the exact same amount of spotlight that you're getting when you're such big names, right? Like Fawad Mustafa and Hania Amir don't need an introduction. They don't need the attention that like someone like Naima Butt might, you know, to further in her career.
Fully, I get that. But I feel like at the same time, it's also inevitable that they will get more attention, even if they're off stage. Like people who want to take their autographs more, people who want to speak to them more. So as Naima Butt, just like who's new and who's being liked, but not given the same kind of like I don't know, respect from like by her own admission. I'm able to see like both sides a bit and would just say like Naima Butt could have done it handled it a bit more.
I really liked how Ahmad Irfani handled it. And he was so graceful about it.
Yeah, and as one should be.
Yeah, but props to Naima for like speaking her truth, I guess.
That's also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we shouldn't discount any experiences that she's saying that she's gone through for sure.
For sure. Take me to the next topic. Tell me about the next show that we're going to tell you about.
So I'm going to move out of the local industry and we're going to go straight to Hollywood.
Oh, wait. Before we go to Hollywood. No, I have one more story.
The big news.
You do. I hope
I'm so sorry.
all Pakistani girls are okay.
I hope
because
you're all fine.
Might not be. If you've heard the new news that Hasan Raheem might be married. Might be.
Yeah.
But so are all the signs that he might be married. What?
And the fact that he's been able to, because his caption was keep it low key.
Yeah, he said kept it low key. It was a big day.
Yeah. And I'm just like, how are you able to keep it low key? Because also Hasan Raheem and the newer singers that are coming up, they're not that far from the circles that we know also, you know, like we're around also. So sometimes you get information too.
Yeah, for sure.
The kind of industry we're in, we get to know. But no one saw it coming. It was so surprising.
No one saw it coming.
And the girls, like, whatever,
you can't see her face.
You can't see her at all. Like, she's so perfectly angled.
It's also like, you know, it's also such a blurry photo. Maybe we can like insert it right here.
Yeah.
It's very like someone from very far away just quickly took like a picture and you're just like, and he's uploaded it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it low-key fishy for me, right? Because here's the thing. If you're announcing your wedding, and a lot of actors and singers recently have like just dropped news. Mavra Hussain did it, where she's like, "Oh, I just married Amir Gilani." They managed to keep it private, sure. You know, I'm sure they gave out instructions.
People knew all along, like a little bit, not about the wedding itself, but the fact that they've been together.
Yeah, but also the girl doesn't seem like someone, you know. Oh no, Hasan Raheem, however, is. But yeah, just that. But coming back to my point, when they post the pictures, they're very like high quality, professionally done. You know, you have those few big name photographers who are always doing it. So for Hasan Raheem to post this like blurry little photo, like, what are you playing at? And then that detective that I am brings me to my next point. Let me tell you.
She really has her FBI cap on.
Yeah, I'm really Sherlocking it up because
love that.
Because Aamir, who is this music producer who works with all of these guys, right? So your Hasan Raheem, your Young Stunners, he's worked with a lot of people. He reposted the picture to his story and he said, "Sorry, मैं नहीं आ सका, मेरे पास कुर्ता नहीं था." Weird thing to say. And so we were just speculating and thinking, what if Hasan Raheem's like maybe launching a clothing brand? You heard it here first. But it's all speculation, by the way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like he might have been married.
Could be.
Honestly, you know what? No, now that you've like raised some really good points, I'm able to see why he's maybe not married, because it's the photo quality for me. Yeah. Honestly, it's just that. It's
why
like,
is it so low Q?
Even if you want to hide the face, do one with the veil on or like have her look elsewhere, but the picture itself can be of like good quality, or just maybe with friends also. You could post with friends, but it's no pictures, and even that picture isn't allowed to be like shared or something because he added that in his caption. So like, what are you hiding now? Now you've like sealed the deal. Like, literally. It shouldn't be this hard.
Yeah. Something fishy is afoot, and I guess we just need to wait to get like more confirmation.
Yeah. I just hope the girlies are staying safe.
Yeah, girlies, don't be upset yet.
The comment section was just...
No, oh my god, the comment section was hilarious. Someone, an absolute icon, commented the entire lyrics of Channa Mereya underneath it, and that was just...
That's so funny.
So funny.
I also read someone saying, April to chala gaya hai, April Fool kyun bana rahe ho?
April abhi chal raha hai waise. April's just not ending.
But 1st April, I guess.
Yeah. But,
so that happened.
Hilarious. But in some sad local news, Chef Zakir Qureshi, who also had a morning show at dawn, he passed away on Tuesday. Chef Zakir was in the US for 5 years and he had just come back to Karachi. He was having treatment for his kidney issues. He was on dialysis. And he passed away recently. He was an iconic chef.
Everyone knew him.
Yeah, like so many of us.
The nannies, like especially like in their era.
Yeah, so many of us grew up like watching him on TV. And he passed away, which was quite sad. Quite sad. Yeah, he was really young, 58. So yeah, condolences to his loved ones and his family. Yeah.
We will now be segueing into
some Hollywood.
So one of my favorite sun-kissed rom-com ever. Clueless
I love it.
is having its own TV show series that is starting soon. And it stars Alicia Silverstone, who was also the lead actress in the movie.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be like a follow-up thing, right? So it's not going to be like an adaptation or just like a different set of friends and like same story. It's going to be a continuation. So I'm really excited to see how her character and Paul Rudd, like what happens to them. But I don't even know if Paul Rudd's being casted again because we don't know about that. Like we don't know about any other members of the cast.
I think Alicia Silverstone's the only one
who's been confirmed. And but I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Bring back the iconic yellow plaid outfit.
Yep.
It was so cute. I'm so excited.
As if.
But yeah, very excited.
Oh yeah, very excited.
I hope they bring back her best friend who was so cute.
Yeah. The trio. I love that. But also, did you see the Bollywood version of the movie? Aisha. It stars Sonam Kapoor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they fully copied everything.
Yeah. Because I think both Clueless and Aisha are based on Emma by Jane Austen.
Yeah, they are.
So, yeah. Low-key a copy, low-key just an adaptation of...
Yeah, I mean, if you were doing an adaptation, I would feel like there's still some differences. I feel like Aisha was such a big copy of Clueless.
Really?
In some scenes, I was just like, oh my God, this could not have been more similar. So that's that. But no, the movie itself is really fun. It's a really light-hearted watch and fans are really excited for it to be back. And it's also like... The movie released in 1995 and now it's going to release like 30 years later.
Oh, whoa.
So the transition is...
That's so
I want to see how they're going to tackle it because now you can't really play that mainstream like, you know, young girl in high school role.
Yeah.
So I want to see the take they're going to have.
I'm so excited to see that.
We don't know about that.
I'm so excited to see that.
Also, another thing that happened recently, I think we all know, Katy Perry and a couple of other really famous women.
Gayle King was one of them.
Yeah.
Oprah's bestie.
Yeah. And they had a trip to space.
They went to space.
They went to space. And it was branded as this like women in science and women empowerment sort of a thing, which I personally don't think it is. And it was like a trip of like 10-11 minutes. I don't even think
it was an 11-minute trip. They didn't even like go to the moon or anything. They just were launched into space and then kind of like flopped right back. This Jeff Bezos's space company. What's it called? Blue Origin. I'm like looking at it's called Blue Origin. There you go. So Blue Origin is the one who sent them, and it was a team of women. Again, Gayle and Katy were part of it. Some other women. Jeff Bezos's fiance Lauren Sanchez was in it. Yeah, and they just went and they came back, and that was that.
Just the kind of media and PR
it was insane.
That marketed this as like something just all women should be so proud of.
Yeah.
And it's literally counterproductive to, you know, like the movement.
For sure.
Feminism altogether is so baffling to me. Like this was completely like, this was peak capitalism slapped with some women empowerment bumper sticker.
It was very like feminism was gussa do andar taki like you can validate what you were doing, which is basically like I wanted to say environmental terrorism. I mean, I guess it's not, but like a big environmental impact, like say space missions and space journeys use up a lot of fuel, and to send a bunch of women for no actual purpose and they're not really astronauts or like aeronautical engineers or anything to do with that field. Why? Like Katy Perry revealed her new album's playlist on that, like the song listing.
Yeah.
That happened. She was waving a daisy around, which like people made a lot of fun of.
And my thing is like, even if you're trying to make it into a Vogue thing, like okay, like go feminism, you do realize like climate change is the biggest pressing threat as of now that we're talking about constantly, and how could you not weigh that in before you made a decision like that?
And climate change very disproportionately affects women more. You know, it impacts women more. Women in the global south who have to walk miles and miles to get the water they don't have, and heat waves that the global north is like partially responsible for.
Which is why, as much as I hate that Jeff Bezos whatever did this or planned this, there's some onus on the women too for like just promoting it as something it wasn't. Because it's not the female empowerment you think it is.
Gail especially, like, come on, Gail, I had more respect for you before this.
Yeah.
Gail was, told a little bit about people being like, hey man, this wasn't cool. And Gail was like, have you ever had that experience? Have you ever been to space? No, girl, none of us have been to space. What? Like, no, you're making it worse, Gail.
Yeah.
But,
So, internet's doing its thing and
iconic.
Yeah,
the
making
memes
a lot of
have
memes.
been iconic. So funny.
They're crazy. So let's go through some of them.
My favorite, by the way, was someone posted that Katy Perry went to space, and Wendy's, the food chain, the international food chain, said, "Can we send her back?" They wanted the ET singer.
I love that.
Right back there.
Oh my god. Okay, let's look at
it was too funny.
Some others we have.
Another hilarious moment, by the way, you guys, while Anika pulls out her memes, is when Gail returned and she just looked so tired when she's ringing that bell and she's like, and it was just so funny. She looked exhausted.
Oh, literally, that's the one I was looking at.
Yeah. It was all too funny.
Okay, it's the ground kissing for me. That Katy Perry also did. What are you doing? And then this interviewer goes, "So you're an astronaut now?" And Katy Perry's like, "Oh, thank you." Or please touch some grass. Please touch some grass. I'm so out. Be so for real.
Be so for real. Another really funny one, I guess, it was actually quite funny, is Jeff Bezos face planted when the capsule came back to Earth and he was trying to go up to it and he just went face first, and that was hilarious. And then someone else said, also really funny, when you just wanted to be friends with Oprah and now you're getting blasted into space with a video of Gail coming back to Earth. And that's just also so funny. Yeah,
that is so, oh my god,
she just wanted to be a TV show host.
I love it.
Yep.
One more thing, and this never dies. Okay, what is up with Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber? So
too much.
The internet recently has been saying that at Coachella, in the second week, they attended it together. And with them, there were also Justin's siblings, both of whom are underaged. One is his sister, Jasmine, and one is his brother, Jackson. And they're both 15, 16.
Oh God, Justin, Jasmine,
literally
Jackson,
minors.
Wow. JJ.
And around them, Justin was just displaying extremely erratic behavior that is induced by use of substances, which he was openly doing at the concert. A really close source told people that Hailey has been really concerned about that, and now that he's a father, he needs to take life more seriously and get rid of his ways. And she's apparently been crying and stuff, which I don't even know if it's true. What I do know is, from what I can tell, is that he does have a medical condition. He does have a couple of mental health problems also, and combined it comes across when he's interacting with the paparazzis, when he's interacting.
I think it also comes with him being a child star. Not necessarily a child, but he was a young teen.
Yeah, he was exposed to the vials of the industry at a very, very tender age. So that, I'm sure, has a lasting impact. And I feel like he's still reeling in from that impact, right? But Hailey shouldn't have to take care of that. At this point. And so this has happened recently, but then also some time ago, Justin Bieber unfollowed Benny Blanco, who we all know got engaged to Selena Gomez. And they've done a song together, which is called Lonely, and which was a big hit. So it's just is he still...
And I heard somewhere that apparently he liked a picture that Selena posted or something.
Yeah.
He did. People need to let this die is where I'm at. Justin has a child with another woman. Selena is engaged and very much, by the looks of it, in love with Benny Blanco. And people were also really coming after Justin and Hailey because there were videos where Hailey was kind of behind Justin. She was hugging him from behind, which is usually what a man does, kind of cradling your partner while they were at Coachella only. And people were she has to take care of him or something.
So a lot of times I've seen these clips of them together and Hailey's trying to get physically more intimate with him and he's just brushing her off. Which I feel is not maybe a Hailey related thing, but his personal space thing, which a lot of people do have. Not everyone is physically affectionate like that. And people like their privacy and space, and he's literally grown up under public scrutiny since a very, very young age. So I feel that does dictate a lot of his behaviors. And that shouldn't be judged. I feel even if their relationship is on the rocks, even if it's not, I just feel it's, why is it a point of conversation every time. Like it needs to die.
And why is Selena dragged into it every time, right? Like let her live her life, because she ain't doing anything except like getting married to this new guy.
Loki's also selenators who are doing it.
Yeah.
You know, on TikTok and stuff. Because I remember the time when like Hailey was just being like was receiving insane backlash, left, right, and center. Not even backlash, like threats of serious
100%,
nature.
100%.
So that needs to go away. It's a love triangle nobody wants to watch anymore. Everyone's so sick and tired.
Is it even a love triangle? It's like a forced.
I mean, that's how it started.
Triangle. Let them live.
Yeah, insane. Get over it. Get over it. The fans need to get over it.
Yeah, 100%.
And let them be.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's all the tea we have for the day. I was so happy to do this. Oh my god.
It's so great to be back.
Yeah.
And we will hopefully be back next week. Same place, same time. With lots more new tea.
Yeah. Coming for you soon. Please stay tuned. And follow, share, like, subscribe. City FM 89.
On all our social media platforms. That's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Damn.
Yeah.
So you should follow us.
Follow us. Bye guys.
Bye.